welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading 14th and 15th of March 2026. That was too easy. Paching! I got the date right. And we are going to use today Tarot of the 78 Doors. Yes. An old favourite, always a bit bonkers, usually quite accurate. Let's have a look, you see. Oof. Let's see if we get Voodoo Granny. Always love a bit of Voodoo Granny. There is a new reading out for the Gem Stars. I tried something different. I was going to say difficult. So what I did was I put these, I made these myself. I put these on the table and each one had 3 cards underneath it. So it's kind of like, rather than a pick a card, that's the shadow, that's a work development, whatever situations you have in your life, and I called this the situation board, you can look at the 3 cards underneath and it will give you answers. Relationship shift. It was particularly good, and it was the first time I'd ever done it, and I only thought of it that day. So if you want to check that out, do come and become a Gem Star, and I will put the link underneath. I'll try and pin it to the comments as well if I remember. Okay. Ooh. Not doing revoicals. Not doing revoicals today. That's my terrible New York accent. I'm not doing revoicals today. Ooh. I like this reading. I'm declaring that I like it. Oof, so my ears ring doing that. Overall energy, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is telling us, like we don't know in the current situation that we are in with the whole Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Think, right? Being on a really shit pedalo, which we've all done. You know, the one where they go, come in number 9, your time is up. And have you ever, I don't know if, when you're little and you go in them when you're 7 or whatever it is, and you think, yeah, and you're going along. We used to go in ones that were shaped like swans, you know, like that. Some sort of bloke with a roll up like that. Someone who's about 16 watching you do this, who's the one who's supervising while you have no flotation thing on some dirty river. Hurrah! Anyway, you go like this. Did you ever try and go backwards? And it's really, really, really hard. Really, really hard. And I have no idea why I'm saying that now. There's a reason for it. It will come back to me. It was really important as well. It was something to do with know thyself. And I think maybe something to do with like going with the current and not trying to backpedal. I think that's it. God, my brain is absolutely scrambled at the moment. So if you think about Mercury retrograde in Pisces and the energy that we're in, instead of going like this where it goes forward and you feel like, even if you are in a ridiculous plastic swan thing, that you're at least making ground or water. But when you try and go backwards, you look silly, you probably fall out, and you also have no momentum. So remember, while Mercury's retrograde, especially in a water sign, you are sort of doing this where you're just backpedaling, forward pedaling, sideways, backwards, falling in, getting back in. Think of it as a bad pedalo experience. Okay? When you have the Strength card overall, it's saying, despite the fact that everything is a real casserole of God knows what, you need to know yourself. You probably can't know what everybody else is doing. You probably can't work it out. It's not that time. You know, it's not time for you to be working things out. The answer isn't available to you, but just try and make sure you're going with the current. That's all you can do in times like this. And it does look a little bit like there is a nice, you know, this would be what I called a fair wind. Because we have alongside it a card that I love to get when I get the Strength card. So the Strength card, Temperance, the Star, Justice and the Empress, for me, are the 5 feminine archetypes in the major arcana. So what I really like to get is Justice when I've got the Strength card. It's really nice. This is good. 2 people having a fight outside a courthouse. How very Jerry Springer. Yes. But when you combine this with the Strength card, and someone's bloody smoke alarm's going off. Can you hear that? That's a noise like that I could really attribute to my street. It's like, what do you hear? Do you hear crickets? Do you hear beautiful birds? I hear students letting their smoke alarms off constantly. Put these 2 together, and it's saying in a very major arcana way, know yourself. You know, it's that whole be yourself, the rest are taken, you know? Don't try and get involved with the justice or making justice or dishing out justice or any of those things. It's kind of a fair wind, and it's kind of coming your way anyway. So you don't have to try and make it happen. And I always think as well that in pursuit of it, you can chase it away sometimes. And this could be one of those situations. Just saying. That's when I get my waggy finger. This is about as authoritative as I get, which looks like I'm just doing a finger exercise. Then we get the 2 of Cups. Sippity doodah, chicka chicka, lovely jubbly. So we have Strength card, know yourself. Justice card, karma is kind of working its way out. And the 2 of Cups, which is, you know, you put the phone down first, you're amazing, no, you're amazing, no, you're amazing, no, you're amazing. Venus in Cancer, it's gorgeous. So this is simpatico, glow-ups with friendships, glow-ups in relationships, you know, I was going to call it a love-up. What the hell is a love-up? An uptick emotionally. Let's just leave it at that. Then we have a couple of more knobbly cards. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. I mean, I guess, what are they doing on the back there? That's interesting. So they're putting a goat on the back of someone's back as a tattoo, which I'm assuming is a nod to Capricorn, because the 8 of Pentacles is an earth sign card. I thought it was Sun in Virgo, but, you know, each to their own. There's something here about earthy work. So in other words, it's about keeping track of your checks and balances, keeping things very grounded, very down to earth, making sure you know where everything is, how it works. And it's not, what's the word? It's not like destiny or fate or all the rest of it. When you've got Justice and you've got the 2 of Cups and you've got the Strength card, that sort of stuff's all kind of taken care of. You're just taking care of the details here, because the details still really count. We also have the 5 of Swords, and I will never understand this card. It's like ivy growing over a door. I mean, that means the door, and this is Tarot of 78 Doors, has not been opened. I mean, is it because she doesn't want to go in? Anybody know? Let me know in the comments. She doesn't want to go in, or she can't get in. Venus in Aquarius, right? If you think about this one, you put the phone down first. No, you put the phone down first. That's Venus in Cancer. Venus in Aquarius is like, what phone? I know you said you called the other night, but, you know, my phone must have been on Do Not Disturb. Oh, look, there it is. You did. Think of Venus in Aquarius as someone who's compartmentalised, not particularly emotionally in tune. So it's kind of the opposite, but it's also the way I find, and you've got before it the 8 of Pentacles, which is the working for something card. It may be that you need to just be really careful that you compartmentalise enough. And that's not to say that I'm recommending it as an emotional tool, but I kind of am in this isolated instance. It's the best I've got. So in other words, let me have a look at the cards with you. Why did I do that? God. In other words, don't be all about the heart on this one. You don't need to. You need to look after the details and make sure everything's what you want. The rest of it, the whole destiny bit, kind of taken care of here with the whole Strength card, with the whole Justice card, with the whole Two of Cups card. So this is the ability to detach when you need to and use head over heart when you need to. Then we have the Nine of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. What is your heart's desire? Settle for no less. And then finally, the Eight of Wands, which is a conversation. It's communication. It's information. It's finally there's a chance to talk about something. But until then, it's belief in the kind of what we would call the justice system, destiny, that kind of thing. But at the same time, not being blind to being sensible about it. I hope that makes sense. Leave me a comment. Do check out the new reading for the Gem Stars, the situation board, and I will see you soon. Namaste.